everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This week's video is gonna be all about the Emperor. I don't know if it's his birthday. It doesn't seem to be, but I can't find the information on it, and the only reason I started so early is to show you this. So this is a flash pool. We have these often. They're usually wish pools or clothing pools. We know them, we love them, we hate them. They come back permanently. Hopefully the painting pools also come back permanently. There have only been 2 on the Chinese server so far, the Emperors and the Doctors. So I don't have a lot of information about them, but we will get into that as we go along. We have quite a number of things to get through, so let's begin with the VIP suits as always. So we will have 2 this week. You can see down here that this suit is only available for 3 days, and she is $50. Normally when we have, commonly when we have a 3-day suit, one or both is $30. This time the first one is $50, so I am not sure what the cost of the second suit is. I will find it, we will go over it and its tags, but this suit is $50, and there's 2 ways of looking at these expensive VIP suits with a short amount of time. You could see it as they expect you to spend $50 because they've dropped a lot of expensive stuff. So the Flash Pool, the Emperor's new suit, the Spirit Fruit Tree event that we're going to go over, a number of different items, and it could be that they sort of expect you to spend that money, or it could be that they looked at what the Chinese server was spending on these flash pools and realized that they needed to account for that when they were giving these to the whales. They might be counting on whales gonna whale, and they want to make sure that they get their money's worth. So a $50 suit means that if they made it a $30 suit, but people on average were spending $50 over the first 3 days of the event, then that means that's $20 they didn't get a suit for. You know what I'm saying? So they might be accounting for that and trying to give the high spenders something that they feel was worth it, right? So there's 2 ways of looking at it. I don't know which one's better, which one's worse, but this suit, I'm just now looking at the ghost fish in the background. I think they're probably crystal fish. That's really cute, and she's huge hair. Oh my god! But she also is gonna go really well with the one fish suit from Fairy Tales or Strange Tales pool, whichever one of those had a goldfish suit. We'll go take a look. For right now, though, let's go ahead and take a look at her tags and her story. As always, I will have the suits that overpower her or not up above on the screen. So she is jewelry at 12k, she is innocent at 6k, she is mermaid at 4k. She is not a powerful mermaid suit. However, if you have none of the other mermaid suits, it might still be worth getting, especially if you're on a newer server and there are no mermaid suits out for your server because it's been a minute since we had a mermaid tag suit. That might be one to grab. Elegant, gorgeous, and womanly at 2k. Let's take a look at her story. Strolling alone on a quiet night, I try to figure out what kind of life I want. The moon sheds its light over everything on earth, so bright. Reaching out my hand, I find myself even fairer in the silver light. Nourished by autumn dews, the plants by the water are still growing energetically. In a trance, I'm fixing my eyes on the lively fish. Free from concerns, they are well fed and swim in the water happily. Somehow, I feel like being enlightened, eager to get out of the golden cage. What I've been searching for is none other than freedom and breaking all the hedge. They were so close to having like a perfect poem and then breaking all the hedge. What word were they trying to translate? I want to know what is the word that they were supposed to write here. Because if they had written breaking through the bars or breaking out of the cage or something, that would have worked way better than breaking all the hedge or even all the hedges, but even that makes no sense. I want to note she has a bow on her head and her hair has a bow. So sometimes it's hard to see what the wig is underneath the hair accessory, and this is one of those cases, but that is so cute. And she has like the Sailor Moon bangs. Oh my god, wait. Yeah, that's the Sailor Moon style bangs. You could make an epic Sailor Moon's mom cosplay out of that one because that's real close to her hair. She doesn't have the bunny ears on her head though. Sailor Moon's mom has the buns, of course, but still, you could do a Neo or a Queen Serenity look with that. Now, I want to go back and just point out the one suit that I mentioned that is Mermaid from one of these pools. It was either in Strange Tales or Fairy Tales. It is in Strange Tales. Let's take a look at that and see if I can't spot it. Yep, mirrored image. So this one will work really well with the current VIP suit. And she is not mermaid tag. All right, that's cool. But she does have that pink wig that I love a lot. That one has not come back for permanent yet. It will. We just gotta wait it out. Okay, while we're in here, let's go ahead and take a look at 3 days from now's VIP suit. And I will say I'm a little upset about this one because it does say in the notice that her name is Wildlife. It's not. It's actually Tittering Birds, Tweeting Birds, something like that. And I found it earlier and I have probably lost it again. There it is, Tweeting Birds. This one did take me way too long to find. The color scheme, magnificent. The pom-poms on, or well, no, that's just a polka dot pattern on the edge of her sleeves. Magnificent. I like that hairpiece. She's got a lot going on, but I was pretty mad about not being able to find her. Let's go ahead and take a look at her tags. She is classical at 9. Oh, she's going to be a $30 suit. I can tell just by the tags. She's not going to be an expensive suit because her tags top off at 10K, so she's a $30 suit. So classical at 10K, decent at 4K, palace at 3K, and then elegant, gorgeous, and mature at 1600. Let's take a look at her story. And fair warning, this one ain't translated good. Woods, you are the only thing, a second home of sorts. I murmur under moon and stars in brambly wildernesses. Grass is the forgiveness of nature, her constant benediction. The trees tickle the edge of the water, the fish blow, look at the yond. And he unrolled his feathers and rode him softer home. When you patterned a bird song flung on a silver string, their very memory is fair and bright, and my sad thoughts doth clear. My forest cabin halfway up the glen is solitary. It starts out so good and like so understandable and logical, and then the fish look at the yond and he rolled himself home, and I felt like I was having a stroke when I read this poem out. I get these and then I write them out on a Google Doc so that I can just copy paste them into the video, and as I was reading it, this line here just like it took me. That is such a good line. And then immediately it's a downhill spiral from there. And I felt like I was having a full on stroke. So that's great. This is such a sick line though. Grass is the forgiveness of nature, her constant benediction. What does that mean to someone who lives in the desert? I have questions, but I love the poem. I love that line. And that one is just, I'm getting off track here. Translation issues are both hilarious and upsetting. Does that say face? Does she have a makeup she's supposed to? Oh, ho, ho, ho. We have this makeup already. Shiny Pearl. Okay. We got Shining Pearl ages ago. That's weird. I don't know if that's... Huh. Okay. So it seems we're getting things slightly out of order because we already got the makeup that goes with her months back. So that's interesting. Either that or this is the makeup bug and they're moving the makeups around again. I don't know. I can't tell. So that's interesting to note. But that is Tweeting Birds. That's going to drop in 3 days, and she should be 30 bucks. So that's good to know. We can tell now from just the tags alone how much a suit is going to cost. That's super useful. Let's move on into the events here. We are gonna go ahead and start with the bottom one first, Spirit Fruit Tree. Um, the way Yanair comes up with that stick so aggressively, this whole bit when you hit poke, I was, it makes me laugh so much. This is so funny. It didn't do the animation. Wait, it did do the animation, but it did it wrong. Oh, the first time the animation happened, I had a spirit fruit drop. And the fruit drops out of the tree and it hits the MC sleeping. But this time, Yanair poked the tree and I didn't get a spirit fruit, so she's the one who's sad. If the spirit fruit drops out, that face shows up on the MC. Oh my god, that's so funny. They did two animations. Okay, so the way this event works is we have a certain number of tasks here that we can complete. Oh, it's just poking the tree. Okay, this is going to be an expensive one, so you will have to spend money if you want that because the tasks are just poke the tree. If you can hear my cat crying, apologies. Okay, so you get 7 of these sticks over the course of the event in the store, so we get 7 daily, and then we got 1 to start with. I don't know if we'll be getting more, probably not. So I've only done 2 pokes. I think you're going to have to spend money in order to get more than 7. I'm pretty sure, because if we go over to, not exchange, if we go into the shop, oh, you get a certain number for gold. Okay, yeah, let's buy these then. Go ahead, because you have a chance of dropping spirit fruit, so I'm just going to empty the shop. So that's 15 free. Okay, so that's good. So 15 plus 7, what is that? 22, plus 1 more, so you get 23 free pulls, because you can buy those with gold. Let's go ahead and see if I get a spirit fruit, and I want to see the other animation. Nope, didn't get one. Oh dear, the animation isn't over. So you also get these green leaves. There it is. See, that's the animation that I wanted. So when you get a spirit fruit, it lands on her head and she wakes up and she's so upset and Yanair is so happy. That's so funny. She's so mean to her. Um, okay, so that's that. And you can see my tasks are going up. So round 1 is completed when you collect 200 leaves. Or is it completed when you collect 200? Where did I see that now? Exchange. I think when I hit, yeah, okay, to unlock round 2, you need to consume another 200 green light. Green light will be cleared after the event. Consume them all. So do I have to spend that? Let's see. Oh, okay, so not only do you have to collect 200, you also have to spend 200. So if we come over to tasks, if we complete all of these tasks, that is, we pull 50 times, we poke the tree 50 times, we will be guaranteed 200, but I think this does not add up to 200. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's only 35 if you complete all of those events plus the 200, so 235 for that, and you'll be guaranteed entry into round 2, and then you'll also get 15 spirit fruits guaranteed from that. If you get into round 2, that's another 200 of these leaves, an elite paper plus 50 spirit fruits plus all of these spirit fruits here, so there's even more. And then round 3 you get another 100 plus spirit fruits, but you have to get 940 of these leaves, and I don't want to think about how much money that is. If we come over to tasks, we can actually come down here and see that you need to get 800 pokes for that. Like I said, you only get 22 free, so if we come over to the store, pack number 5 for $100 is only 430, so that would be $200 spent in order to complete this event. If you are a whale who loves to race, please don't race against me. I don't want to lose that badly, because all of these spirit fruits will just make you insanely powerful. There is also a ranking and an award for your rank. Oh wow, the award is actually a lot of painting stuff. Fruit juice. Okay. Yeah, okay, so the reward is actually pretty good. I don't know if anybody on my server is going to whale this hard, but that's something to think about. So you do get a number of free pulls, and even just for playing for free, you will get some fruits. So that is that, and then we're going to hit the Emperor's new pool here. There are some spicy images in this one. They are quite nice. That should be the MC Bright Moon. He's struggling in that one. Most of these have stories attached that you'll be able to read once you get it. Now, I don't know for sure that these come back permanently, but I do believe they come back permanently. I think I saw something like that on the Chinese server, but I can't find it again. But like I said, they've only released 2 pools so far, one for the Emperor and one for Doc. So we're a little bit out on that. Let me see. We have a 0.2% chance of getting that one. We have a 1.2% chance of getting the orange ones. We have a 4% chance of getting the purple ones and a 30% chance of getting random shards and debris. And then a 60% chance of getting painting supplies. For the tasks, we will get a total of 17 free, well, we get 1 free daily, so we get 17 free pulls from the task, and then plus, or 16 free pulls from the task, I'm sorry, and then 7 more, because you get 1 free pull every day, so the total is gonna be, okay, so I actually don't see a timer telling me that we'll get another free pull tomorrow, so it's totally possible that we don't get more free pulls. I had originally assumed that we'll get 1 free pull every day, like, I mean, like, oh, there's the free bag, but there's only pigments in there, so I had assumed we would get a free painting pull every day in the flash pool. If we do, then we have like 24 pulls, and it's 30 to get a free try, so, and get guaranteed a purple or above. That might actually be worth spending on. If we get 24, then you'd only have to get 6 more pulls, which would be, 10 bucks. That would probably be worth doing if you're collecting all of these. Gold Blade is so good. But if we're only getting 17 free pulls, then it's going to be more expensive. So I don't know. Hopefully we get 1 free pull a day and we get the total like 24 free pulls. But I don't know. So that's the Emperor's Painting Pool. You do need to be level 60 in order to access this. So if you are below level 60, this up here, level 60, you see I'm 175, so I have everything unlocked already. But if you are not level 60, you can't access this because you don't have painting unlocked. So that would be that mystery solved for you. Now, this is the Emperor's new suit. He does become a fish. He is, in fact, a mermaid. Your eyes do not deceive you. Or a merman, I suppose. It does say merman's ambition. So that is his new suit. Let's take a look at the rankings. So individual, of course, is how much money you have spent, and talents is what your score is in this event. Your personal score, and they do have their own separate prizes, so that's fun. I actually love this mini game, and I'm so happy we have like a normal and easy mini game after last week's nightmare. I didn't even finish that suit. I'm so upset that I was not able to finish last week's suit. If you are also not able to finish last week's suit, please don't feel bad. The shop for that one did not have the same amount of gold available to spend as other shops. You can see here you can spend 1,500 just on supply bag A alone, and then another 600 for or that's not 600, that's 900, and then 150. Last week's shop, you had a total of 1,000 gold that you could spend in it. This one is already topped just by supply bag A. This is the usual amount of gold that you can spend in a day for the shops. That event had a smaller shop, which caused a lot of problems, because what that meant was you were supposed to empty the shop at least 5 times completely, because that event was 5,000 gold. Why was a rare suit 5,000 gold? I don't know. I have questions, but I didn't finish that event because I didn't empty my bag five times. If you fell in the same boat, don't feel bad. I'm going to get it when it comes back on Good Luck Call, which is a little late, or maybe it's not. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure when they're going to run Good Luck Call, because they had 2 months between the 2 events. So I was expecting it to drop sometime in November, but here we are coming up on December and it hasn't dropped yet, even though it's been 2 months since the last one, but they might be going for weeks instead. So 8 weeks, 9 weeks, who knows? Theoretically, that should drop soon. I wouldn't be surprised if they dropped it for New Year's, because that would be just what they would do, is bring back all of the new suits for New Year, or all the old suits for New Year's, but we'll see. Hopefully they bring it in soon. Let's go over the cost of this suit. Now, last week's suit was ridiculously expensive, and this one is ridiculously cheap. The Emperor's suit is going to cost you about 1,000 gold. He's the most expensive man in the game. Or he should be. He should be the richest man in the game because he is the Emperor, and his suit is the cheapest. So how did I get to that number? So we have 30 task pulls. We have 7 daily in the gift bag. We have 6 to start. So if we come over to, not you, not you. Oh God. I am constantly clicking on the wrong thing in this game. Okay, colorful life. And then it is store. And then in here we get 1 free die every day. So we have 7 of those. And then we have 30 from the task list. We have 42 from the timer, and we have 6 to start. So that ends up being a total of 85 free pulls. We need 105 for the event, so that's 20 pulls for gold, and that is 1,000. That is 1,000 gold, because each pull is 50. So let's run through the mini game. Oh, there's a completion bar down here, as for all events. So make sure you collect your free weekly elite paper for completing these events. I reached S today, but I will be playing again because I actually like this mini game. Oh, you choose your mate and you are stuck with them. That is the only mate that you can have for the rest of the event. And I feel like I messed up. It's definitely Lou who's gonna win, right? No. Okay, so this is just one of those games where you choose the one with the most tiles in it, and then it changes the color of like your mate. So choose color is purple, the doc's color is green, Lou's color is red, and the emperor is gold. And then the tiles fill up with your mate's color. And then you get 5 points if you are a number 1, and then less points for all of the rest of those. I still think it's that one. I might be wrong though. This one might have gone to Lou. Nope. Okay, so I'm good at this game. So there's 5 rounds, and then the event ends. I think it's that one. No, it's definitely the green one this time. Yep. Okay, so he gets 10 points. We're gonna grab this one. Nope, apparently not. If you don't move fast enough, then they get to choose over you, and that means that you will not win second place. Okay. Either way, I still won because I did really well in the first round, and then I still get the 600, so then I could sweep after that. And then the exchange is up here. He only has three things this week. So he has his background, his outfit, and his hair. If we want to take a look at those and the story attached to them, we need to go into his shop or into his dressing room. So we can go over to dressing and pop over to hair, starlight, and the story is: the stars in the sky break the dark curtain and shine merrily. Mermen cut their whiskers to make crystal curtains. The incense rose quietly, appearing green against the gauze. His suit, stunning. Okay, so he has a straight up fishtail. I don't know if that's a hairpiece or his ear in his hair, but it's awesome. He looks great. I'm not sure now that I'm looking at it what he's doing with his like arm up there like that. I had actually thought that there was like an armrest up there, but apparently there's not. So that is our Merman Emperor and his suit. Now he does add some power to you if you happen to notice right here. So he adds 420 HP and 75 attack just for this piece. I'll have up on the screen how much power it is over the entirety of the suit. It's not like a huge amount of power, but it's some. So it does help to collect these, and it's about 10,000 raw power onto your like power level up here. So that's something to get. How lucky, Eve in the event pool, curling smoke obtained in your arms. Eve! The luck! Okay, there is something else. Let's come back over here. So we've covered Colorful Life, Curling Smoke, and Spirit, um, and that. And there is one more thing in the notice you may have noticed, that you can now have a best friend. So Eve is my best friend. We've completed the ceremony. I recorded it. This is going to be a separate video though because I don't have the time to cover it today. But basically you can marry another like another player character, and there is a breakup option that I'm not even going to touch because I don't want to break up. Um, but basically, you go through an entire wedding ceremony. Like you serve the tea, you do the bows to heaven and earth, and then you are married, basically. So then you have all of these different things you can do. Borrow is unlocked at level 8, and that means you can borrow clothes from your best friend. There's also in rights, I took a look at this earlier. Um, you can borrow 100 bestie outfits and resort to bestie once in main story per week. So that means if you're PK blocked and your best friend is stronger than you, she can help you pass the story one time in a week. That's super useful for me because Eve is at like 10 million and I'm only at 8 million, so that's going to be a really useful one. But there's so many cool things in there that you can unlock. And also if you unlock, there's also a shop, so you just collect these every week for completing your tasks, and then you can just use them to trade for these items. That elite paper is going to be mine as often as possible. Was that 75 recruit papers? No, that's one recruit paper for 75. Okay, if we pop back into rights and we scroll way to the bottom, if you get to level 50, you can unlock the title Soulmate. So your titles are these things here. I don't have a title set. Man, I was messing with my titles in my chat collection and I goofed it. Whatever. So this is your title. So eventually you can unlock the title Soulmate if you get to level 50 with your best friend. So there are matching best friend titles in the game now. That's what I've wanted for so long. And in order to unlock that, you just have to be level 10k with, or you just have to have 10k affection with a friend. So Eve and I are at 63,000, 63k affection, and it goes all the way up to 999,000. So that will be its own video because I don't have time to cover it, but that is a super fun thing that you can do. Please note, if you are sending a friend request, or like a best friend request, you need to both be online because that is a timed event. So you have a short amount of time to accept the friend request, to accept the best friend request, and then to go through the best friend request ceremony. The whole thing, I think you have 20 minutes total to complete it. So 5 minutes to get the application and then 5 minutes for each of the 3 phases. So if you're not both going to be online for it, you can speed through it. If you both click accept really quickly, you can get through it in like 2 minutes. But if something happens, you don't have that much time to complete it. And if you fail, then you have to send the invite and start all over again. So it's nothing too terrible, but that is something to keep in mind. If you're going to go through that, go through it quickly. I think I've got everything. There were a couple of like random housekeeping items at the bottom of the notice. Let's just scroll to the bottom really fast and cover those. I also found something interesting when I was looking through the settings earlier today that I'll bring up in a second. So the fairy lamps are now wish lotuses, and the items from the last weeks can now become coins, and the errors in the outings have been fixed. I don't know what errors there were in outings, but they're fixed, I guess. If you come over to settings, there is something new. There is bestie login reminder, so when your best friend logs in, you will get a notice if you're already logged on. Ultra Power Saver, I think, was already there. Those things were already there. Moment Record special effects, Treasure Seek, and Elite Glitter. I don't know if those were there before, but you can now turn off a number of different things. Oh, I know what Elite Glitter is. Don't turn that off. Don't turn that off. That's the shiny sparkles. So don't turn that off when that's these guys over here. And that, I know it bothers some people, so if it's really annoying, then you can't turn it off, but that is, why are they not doing it? Did I turn it off? Nope. I did turn it off. Okay, so that is these guys. So you see how they're shining, how their cards physically shine. That's what the elite glitter is, and that makes it so much easier to tell who's an elite and who's not, so don't turn that off. This is what I wanted to bring up, the reward alarm. So you can set these alarms that will tell you that you're out, that you need to restart your outing. Actually, I think I will set that one because that one 19 and 0, so that means midnight and 8 p.m. game time. It will tell you that your outings need to be done. So I actually sometimes forget to redo outings even though there's a red dot. So that's a good one to set. Crops your ripen, run errands. So this will remind you to do these different things. So that's a new feature that I just noticed the other day when I was looking through all those. Her first pull, and she pulled that. What is her luck? Ah, my bestie has the best luck. So that's a good news. So it seems like the drop rate for the new event isn't too terrible. I did my free pull off camera and I didn't get anything really good. So that is everything for this week. I will catch you all in the next one. Remember to like and subscribe and have a great one. Bye bye.